Here sits Karakian, guardian of all he sees, ruler of all the land of Karakia and its assorted sub-areas, lording on high from the great horse Hoofmeat, to which he was unceremoniously glued to during a royal banquet prank. Now, riddled with shame, Karakian rules the land from horseback, always looking busy lest someone suspect the truth, that his trousers be permanently glued to his saddle. Hi everyone, this is Karak from ACG, and I come to you humbled, bent, broken, and unable to get off my horse because of the weight of leadership on my shoulders as I bring you the review for Kingdom, a 2D kingdom-controlling simulator where you take on the crown of the king on high and try to keep your little fiefdom from being overrun by trolls by using the one item that gets things done regardless of person, time, or if it's a Nevada brothel. Cold hard cash. As always, if you like the review, maybe subscribe. Hell, maybe not. Maybe just pretend you never saw the video after watch it. Whatever. So here we go. Red Cross trolls, ill-fitting royal crowns, and Easter bunnies with bellies full of money. Graphics are up first. Look at it. Look at it. You're most likely going to swing one of two ways, just like last night. Either you're cool with pixel art style games like this where characters have all the softness of splintered wood and cracked granite, or you're going to take one look at the game and ask if it's on the Apple IIe or the Commodore 64. But worry not, fair travelers, because under the hood here actually purrs a strangely well-suited graphical engine with a great deal of parallax-style scrolling with various layers of randomly generated terrain and weather rubbing across one another in all kinds of sexy horizontal fashions. In fact, it looks pretty good in a pixel kind of way, and various animation like the king's crown bouncing in time to his mighty steed's canter, or the way the soft breath escapes the horse's nostrils when you run it for too long, are impressive in a basic kind of way. As you play, mist floats across rivers, waterfalls percolate across rock walls, and in the end, yeah, it's still either going to be right up your alley or completely not. For me, it was fine. It's a fully 2D game with you never leaving that plane for anything. Your horse can't even jump. Not since Mad Max the video game have we seen a character so afraid of heights. Luckily, your little people are not, and they climb, chop, run, fight, and build their way across the various screens without hesitation, and they look okay. The designs overall fit sort of a specific style, and when upgrading, there's a large visual change, especially when upgrading your main hall, that does a really good job offering a bit of visual reward. I'd say good, but you have to know exactly what you're getting into, or you're gonna think your graphics card died. Sound, music, and voice. Sound is up first, and I would say it's average. Some sounds ring a bit false, like the Kingdom's center fire constantly burning in what sounds like someone's apartment versus outside with a fairly quick drop-off in ambient volume and range. While the trolls sound suitably odd as they try to attack you every night by headbutting their way through your defenses, goat style. However, ambient sounds like water, rain, and wind all sound really good. Occasionally, I can pick up what sounds like a filter on all the sounds, which might be a desire to give the title a crunchier old soundtrack vibe to it, and at times, it is noticeable. Again, you have to know what you're getting into here, even with the soundscape. I would say it's good. Music. And okay, this is excellent with everything from typical classical to someone either attacking a xylophone in some kind of panic or using a very good audio synth that copies it. Excellent world and atmosphere music here, building throughout. And just like Minecraft's dawn and dusk are met with audio sounds and music to cue you to the change of gameplay tempo that you're going to experience. Voice. None. So let's move on. Gameplay. It's pretty easy. The game starts out randomly assigning you a boy to be king or a girl to be queen, and you're off. The world's presented in only the 2D plane and perfectly horizontally. You collect coins from doing various things like killing what can only be described as plague levels of rabbits, chopping down trees, or living through the night and exploring. What's cool is the control scheme, and it really does elevate it. It's basically right and left and down to throw coins at the slovenly hogs that call you master, or push up to assign coins to various items in the game world like bow makers, hammer makers, and trees. This results in nearby people you've showered in crazy ducats, Alaskan bush style, going to the items and performing different tasks like picking up a bow and hunting, grabbing a hammer and performing various building jobs, or even sometimes hefting a big old reaper style scythe for forestry work. It's just so easy, and you're able to sit back and enjoy the game and play it without any undue complications whatsoever. In fact, the game has locked simple gameplay that turns into complex down into a damn near science. This continues with the day-night cycle. During the day, you need to upgrade, chop down trees, make watermills, kill rabbits, and meet strangers and their donkeys in the woods. During the night, the trolls attack. Ferocious and fast fuckers whose sole purpose is to get past whatever defenses you've built and whatever warriors you've armed to the teeth by any means possible. And that really just means body checking the entire universe until it crumbles around them and then they can get to you. And if they do get to you, they leap at you and knock your crown off and act like monkeys with something shiny and try to grab it and run off. It's all done hilariously over the top too. As soon as they leap into the air and smash into you, sending the crown into the sky in slow motion so that you have a moment to get it back. But usually you can't go back the way you came because if you touch a troll, the crown goes flying off again, and that can result in a hilarious moment where you're actually trying to basically just escape the trolls as you ride away from camp, hoping the sun will rise and that they will go away. Because as I said, your horse is deathly afraid of heights, so it won't jump over them, and as most horses are incapable of climbing trees, you're stuck running. So when you're face to face with trolls, you better hope you're actually inside and not outside your defenses. As dawn breaks, you get cash from your stores, as well as from any workers that have done any work, and now you can do things like upgrade walls to bigger walls, your town into larger towns, or move around responsibilities for the characters. It's here where the game is actually pretty brilliant, eschewing complexity for quick resource management, as you rush to complete jobs during the day, and hopefully some of them making you money, and having endeavors like that, and then trying to get archers and support items in place to withstand the Red Cross troll onslaught at night. As you continue, you spread the size of your kingdom, both artfully increasing the possible income and drastically increasing your travel time. You see, as with most things, these guys and gals won't do shit without you telling them exactly what they need to do. So you're on site all the time, and that site grows larger, your horse sprinting back and forth, balancing income with upgrades. It's fairly well done, if not incredibly deep. It is good to remember that there's virtually no story here at all, which is where my blurb from Karak, the guardian of all he sees, comes from. You really do have to remember that when you're jumping in the title. It doesn't hurt that the game's graphics, despite being of this particular look, do an excellent job inducing atmosphere across whatever gameplay experience you are having. It's altogether just really well done. And listen, I'm not gonna lie, it's not like the game is breaking any absolutely new ground, but it does have that excellent control scheme, various strategies you can employ, and randomized level design all over, and they all do their part to stretch that worth. It's also a bit on the hard side. You see, the trolls breed like, well, trolls, which means during the day they're humping and during the night they're attacking. And what starts as one or two turns into the Great Troll Exodus of 1912, with packs of the leaping bastards throwing themselves at your ramparts like reverse lemmings. And let me tell you, once that started happening, that's when the losing began. It's a battle between resources and manpower, resulting in the occasional mistake where I hadn't recruited enough archers to defend myself, and the troll onslaught basically ate their way to victory. And since eating is so fun, let's discuss fun factor. Listen, I liked it. Each death taught me something new, even if that new thing was basically the stern warning to be less stupid. I'm not saying I improved every time, because I didn't. Sometimes I spread my kingdom too wide before I had a chance to build proper obstacles, and they body checked my crown off me and ran away laughing. Other times they defeated even my excellent defenses because I'd sunk all my available gold into a single defense on each side. And though days and nights are suitably sped up here, you can't expect a wooden door to withstand 300 pounds of pissed off trolls slamming into it for 8 accelerated hours. Regardless, the gameplay loop is good fun, if a bit on the repetitive side as the hours go on, but some of that is even changed because you have a lot of exploring you can do out in the woods and you can see some visual mysteries. So I rate games on a buy, wait for a sale, deep sale, or never talk about it again rating scale. Despite one or two little issues, I think that fans of unique looking and playing games like this will not regret spending $10 on it, especially as it's a bit on the tougher side and has a good hour to price ratio. This is a buy to me. Additionally, there are some visual mysteries, like I said, within the game, and little things to keep you guessing about the world, which is excellent if subtle in its approach to world building. So that's it for me. I hope you liked the review. If you did, hit like. If you didn't, hit dislike. Leave a comment in the YouTube section. And as always, peace out.